Now it's time for another quick tip for you people out there with heat guns. It's a hairdryer. I don't have a heat gun yet. But the quick tip is for people with heat guns. Really nice work. Well, thank you, Joshua. Now I should probably mention this quick tip comes from one of the build episodes. Anyway, he writes, another tip to save time on knitting the weapon up from cut marks is just to go over it lightly with a heat gun on a very low setting. Now, I love this quick tip because it's not a thing I sort of knew before I read this. Using a heat gun can help smooth out some of your very irritating bits on your foam sword, so it doesn't get all those bumps. Heat gun is really useful for that. And I would have really loved to know this before I started making the latex hammer. If I've known this, I would probably have made a better hammer, because I've probably gone out and invested in a heat gun and therefore made it a little more smooth on some places. Then again, on a wooden weapon, I'm not so sure I would use it so much, because all the bumps and everything creates extra personality to the weapon that you're making. But using a heat gun is a really insanely useful advice. Now, not only to smooth out some of the irregularities in your weapons and stuff like that, but also just to smooth out edges or to seal up foam. Now, this advice comes to me not only from Joshua, but I also got the same advice from Andre Lange, which makes LARP-weapons. I helped film a few of his tutorials, which I still need to get back on editing. He actually made those daggers you can see up there, and they're also made with a heat gun. He used it for closing the foam and sealing it, because it has open pores, I think you can call it. And it helps for the glue and latex to stick much better. The daggers up there, which some of you have pointed out as, what, bunny ears? Rabbit ears? Actually supposed to be sort of in a giveaway. Let me just fetch them. Now they're really nice once you stand with them, and you can really see that the edges become real nice and smooth by using a heat gun. I don't know if you can see it out there. I might do a little zoom in on some of the details here. And these two daggers, orc daggers, they are supposed to be in a giveaway at some point. Not yet, probably when I finish the rest of the tutorials for Andre. And some of you guys out there might get these and put your own latex and color on them. Anyway, that's that quick tip. Just remember, if you're using a heat gun, to use what is called a respirator, I think. Not a mask like the ones I use, which are these. Not these masks. You need the really big ones, you know, with the filters and everything on, because when you're using a heat gun on something like foam, it's gonna make some really funky, it's not gonna be very nice, the thing that comes out in the air and everything. So get a real good mask, air filter and stuff like that for when you're using a heat gun. And be in a well-ventilated area, just for your own sake. Now, if you have any quick tips or things like that for us that makes weapons and just happens to be LARPers, and you might happen to be a LARPer and you might have an advice for the rest of us that we don't know about or you just think is really cool, leave it down there in the comments, and I'm gonna put it here in a video somewhere, sometime. So you LARPers can make us LARPers, make the rest of you LARPers clever on LARP. Share all the advices and everything out there. Also, if you already have made a video on this quick tip, also leave your link down there and just write what the quick tip is about. It's generally a nice thing just to write, like little headline or something like, here's my quick tip on how to make, I don't know, a helmet, shoes, stuff like that. Leave it down there, we'll love to see it. Anyway, see you guys next time. Now remember to LARP on. No, that's not my catchphrase, that's Status LARP's catchphrase. Do you have an exit catchphrase? Anyway, see you guys later. Bye.